Hi, I'm Sam from Unique Coaching, and today I'm so excited because I have Gina from Zest for Life with me. Hi, Gina.
Hi, Sam.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, really well. Looking forward to this. Love to talk about things that have helped me, and your NLP course was definitely in that category. So yeah, excited.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. So do you just want to, because no one here knows anything about you, so do you just want to give a little brief summary of who you are and where you were before you decided to do the course?
Yeah. So my name is Gina G, and my business is Zest for Life with Gina G. I've known Sam for a little while now, and she helped my husband with some issues that he had with her NLP course. And during the course of that, I sort of kind of learned a little bit by osmosis. And I was also in the process of going on a spiritual journey myself. And I knew that I wanted to become the best version of me that I could. And it seemed to me that NLP, from what Sam was saying, was something that I could use and I could benefit from. And so and then I saw that one of our mutual friends had actually done her online course and had amazing benefits from it. So that sort of prompted me to decide that I wanted to access Sam's NLP expertise, and I knew that it would help me in my business. I am actually a health and wellness wizard, I call myself, and so in order to not only talk the talk but walk the walk, I feel that my mind needs to be in a good situation as my body is, which physically, and mentally, holistically. So that was what interested me from the beginning, really, of NLP. Neuro-linguistic programming. I know what it means. And yeah, it was I had a wonderful, I really enjoyed the course, and I found it very, very beneficial.
Brilliant. So thank you for sharing all that. So what was your goal when you decided to do the course? Because I know that you had been doing a couple of my Reiki sessions and we'd had a couple of coaching calls beforehand. What was your goal that you were really focused on at that time? Because I know that you've done a lot of work on yourself way before you even met me, but you'd never done NLP. And so this was just another tool that you could add to your toolbox, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's not just one thing, it's using lots of things. So what was your goal at this point when you decided that you would do the course?
I wanted, as you said, exactly what you said, I wanted another tool in my toolbox to keep me on, to enable me to grow and thrive in my life. And also, I'm 6.5 years sober, and I'm very proud of that.
Oh, yeah. we need to just celebrate that.
We need to give ourselves a clap on that one. And I'm always, it's so anything that helps me to stay stable and focused and able to carry on living my life in sobriety, which is, honestly, I haven't had a drink, which is really important to me. So that was the kind of overarching kind of feeling about it, and I just knew that it would just help me to step into my best self. I mean, I don't think you ever are your best self, actually, because you're a work in progress.
You can always know.
Lifelong learning, and that's really what. And also, I knew that I'd listened to your amazing story, and I knew how much it'd help you, and I just wanted a bit of that magic in my life.
Well, that's what I do. I'm Tinkerbell.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is you that has to do the hard work. I'm just the guide and you're the explorer. I was just gonna say, you said earlier that you really enjoyed it and you found it fun. What was it in particular that you really liked about the course?
Well, I thought it was very well structured. I like a bit of structure. And you know, there's the workbook that you can download, and it's in sections, and you do one section, then you go on to the next section. And I know that there are different options for doing the course online, and there are you offer one-to-one sessions online at the moment as well, which, because of my because I'd known you quite a long time, I kind of felt that I could probably do without that.
Yeah,
but
and we've already had a couple of sessions.
We had, but I do feel that if you're very new to it, you definitely, but you can tailor it, can't you? To you can tailor the program, which is great. So
it's an online course with a difference, really. When I first devised it, I didn't want it to just be, I fought against doing an online course because I didn't want it just to be, okay, you do this and then you're left to it, because I think it's really important with any kind of change work that you've got a bit of guidance. And I would, even though you didn't have the one-to-one sessions, we messaged, didn't we, after each video? We messaged, we checked in. If you had any problems, then most of the time you were just amazed, like, oh my God.
I just loved it. And the other thing that I found really useful as well was the private group that there is. Because like you pop, once you say, yeah, you're going to do it, and you pay, you get popped into that group, and that is just literally for people that are doing, well, I think it is just for doing it. And then you've got all the videos that go with the different sections are in there, so you can do them as you go. And of course, then it means that if you didn't quite understand it, you can go back to it, which is good. And then the other bonuses really for me, because I'm very much into mindfulness meditation, that's a real big part of my life, and a real big part of my that's a huge tool in my recovery toolkit and keeping me sober, was those wonderful, you did two amazing, which I still do now, two amazing deep relaxation meditations, which were just wonderful. So the whole combination of that, I think, and as I say, the fact that when I did a section, you knew I was doing it, so you asked me how I got on, and I could ask you questions, and so I never felt that I was doing it on my own. I always felt that there was support if I wanted it. And I've still got the workbook now, so I can kind of remind myself. And what I do want to say is that one of the things that, well, there was a lot of things that I got huge benefit from it. I really did. One of the things, no, it's absolutely true. I think I don't really want to say the best thing, because there was such a lot of good things, but the thing that I had struggled with in the past that I knew I wanted to get into was journaling.
Oh, yes.
And I couldn't, it's weird because I like writing, but I didn't quite know what to say or how to say it. But one of the whole sections was on journaling, wasn't it? And it was wonderful. And I journal nearly almost every day now. And I think I did the course way back in September, didn't I? I can't remember now, but it was a while ago.
Yeah.
I can get my journal out and see when the first entry was, because that's when I started doing it.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful. And I tell you that the thing that I found the most difficult, which I think probably most people would, it's the gratitude thing. And it's great that you did three types. You said, what are you grateful for now, today? What are you grateful for in the future? And the very hard one, what are you grateful for in the past that's happened to you, but that actually, I'm not allowed to say negative, am I? Because
you are the negative.
That was it was more challenging, shall we say? So, and then you have to say, I'm grateful that this happened because. So then you're turning it round, and that, I think, was very eye-opening for me and very powerful.
It's a real mindset changer.
Absolutely.
And I remember you saying at the time that you had about 3 blocks that you totally turned around by using that. I think at the time you said that was, although you liked the deep relaxations, and now you're saying thank you for the journaling and things, but at the time I can remember you saying that was a big game changer for you, because it just helped you to get through things that you'd been almost holding on to, because it's what humans do. We hold on to things that have happened in the past. It really helps you to be able to let go.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. It was just amazing. And I kind of feel as if, talking about it now, I'm probably going to get my workbook out and just make sure I'm deviated. I'm still on the straight and narrow. Because
I was just going to say, when you were saying, oh, it's good because you still have access to the videos and the workbook, it's almost with all these things. I mean, for people who were wondering, you know, I will, you know, detail more when I put this video out, but it's almost like it gives you lots of different techniques that you can use, but you can use them anytime you want to. Like there's a powerful goal setting one that I use quite a lot for big goals, for little goals, but it's almost like although this, you know, you did it so that you had another tool, it's almost like it gives you lots of tools and you can dip into it and you can think, oh yeah, that was useful. You know, some people might have heard you saying about getting into journaling and think, oh my God, I don't want to do that. But you really don't have to. You just take what you need from it. And it might be that, you know, something that you didn't use so much at the time, you might look back on and think, oh yeah, actually, that would work really well now.
I think as well, because when you do a course like that and then you actually use it and it becomes part of your life.
Exactly.
It's quite possible that something that I found more challenging to do, now that I've been using the tools that you gave me, that I took and run with, I might not find those things so challenging now. So I am definitely going to get my workbook out and go through it and check it out and see.
It amused me just now that you said, oh, I'm not allowed to say the word negative, because when you do the course, you'll know that I'm all about the positive, but I used to be very negative three years ago. Before then, I was very negative about myself. I thought I was positive, but I was positive about everyone else except for myself. And it's almost like that's been ingrained into you now as well. Although you're a positive person, it is about the language that you use. And
yes.
we talk about ourselves to ourselves and to each other. So I just wanted to say, you know, so since the course, because you said how amazing it was and how, you know, you feel that all these things have come into your life, and where are you now? So you said where you were before and what you wanted to get out of the course. So I mean, I know that your life has changed dramatically. So, well, yeah, so some things happen that we can't help. I was talking more about your business and how far that has come forward. Yeah, so what has changed? What have you been able to do since the course, do you feel?
Well, I am going to share the big life change that I've had, because you and I both know that, so my husband left me in November last year after a 40-year marriage, completely out of the blue, and it was the biggest shock of my life. And Sam was the second person I phoned and actually spoke to about it. And we had a conversation about that.
I was the second person.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, we had a conversation about it. Well, you had. I don't think I cried too much. I was quite good. And you actually said to me, "Do you know what, Gina? You have been working towards this. This has been something you've been working towards. You've been getting yourself ready to cope with being on your own after a 40-year marriage, and so that you're strong enough to cope with it." And you're absolutely right. And it has been integral in enabling me and allowing me to deal with such a huge life challenge in a pandemic. Yeah. And I haven't drunk. I haven't wanted to drink. I haven't had a drink. It's crossed my mind, but it's not crossed my lips. Completely different thing. And yeah, exactly. And do you know the thing about the NLP course? It's definitely been, I know I said instrumental already, but it is hugely instrumental in me coping with this. And all my friends, they're like, wow, you're amazing. I mean, I'm not saying that to big myself up. I'm just saying, they say, God, you're amazing because you're coping with it so well. And I keep saying to them, well, that's because I've been working on myself. Yeah. I've been working, and it's what you said was absolutely right. And I'm so grateful to you and the course and all your support and help, because I think NLP is great for everybody, and you don't have to, it just gives you options. It gives you ways of dealing with things that are much more positive, and that you can work on and just enrich your life.
Exactly. And it doesn't make the things, you know, go away.
No.
It just helps you.
He still doesn't live here.
it helps you be able to cope with it, and it gives you different ways of looking at things and different outlook. And you know, people are always surprised when I'll suddenly say, you know, because I on Facebook and everything, you know, I'm all positive, and they'll suddenly go, oh yeah, but your life's like this. No, actually it isn't. My life is like this,
Yeah.
but I choose to just present the positive side. You know, obviously some people, and you know, some of the, you know, the roller coastery bits, but that's part of life. And it's just having all these tools to be able to then deal with that. And as you say, you know, you've been able to cope with your life change that was enforced on you.
Yeah, thrust upon me. It's not of my making at all. It was,
no, exactly, but you're a much better person for it now, and much stronger.
I am.
And your business has been thriving as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's been, that's always been a really very big part of my life, because it's, you know, it's enabled me to have something to focus on that wasn't David's health. But since he's not been here, I've actually been able to grow my business quite a lot, and I'm very excited by it all. And yeah, it's well, I just thank goodness for the NLP course. Really, seriously, it was just life changing for me.
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you for chatting to me. If you had to say in one sentence why because some people they might be listening to this thinking, oh wow, you know, I wonder what this is. It seems to really have changed Gina's life. So if you had to say one in a sentence, if that's possible, why you would recommend my course From Surviving to Thriving, which, whilst based on NLP, it doesn't just have NLP in it. What would you say if you had to put that in a sentence?
If I had to say, sorry, can you say, if I had to say what? Sorry, darling.
If you were going to recommend it.
Oh, right, okay.
If people are watching this and they think, oh, wow, you know, not really sure what this is. You know, we've had, you know, Gina is saying it's amazing. And she's also said that Sam changed her life around with NLP, but you know, some people might be sat on the fence, and you know, what would be that that advice that you would say to them if they're like not sure, like not sure if it's for me?
Well, I would say have a conversation with you. Have a conversation with you, because you know, find out what it is that they could, because everybody will get something different from the course.
Exactly.
Because everybody's different. But I truly feel that it is one of the most positive things, and one of the most lifelong benefits that I've ever got from anything I've ever done.
Aww.
So no, it is true. It's true.
That is crazy indeed, because Gina has done, you know, as she's already said about being sober, but she hasn't said that she also lost a lot of weight. You know, it's not that you came into this being your first thing.
No.
You know, you've done lots of different things. So for you to then say that actually this is one of the ones that has had the most impact is actually, you know, that is really
powerful.
Really, yeah.
And it is. It's absolutely from the heart. And yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for chatting to me today. As Gina said, if you want to know more about it, if you want to have a chat with me, I will put all my details below this video. And yeah, just have a chat. I offer half an hour free consultations anyway. It might be that you would prefer one-to-one sessions rather than the course, or you can have the course which comes with free one-to-one sessions. Everything's bespoke. So thank you so much for recommending me, Gina, and for chatting.
My pleasure. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for letting me share my passion.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.